rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come in straight.
What's good? It's your boy Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell coming with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key.
What's up? What's up?
I don't know if that's your warrior cry or your dog just died. Either way it go. What it is?
That boy's scoring all right.
I like your background, Quill. Got the blue ambiance. You know what I'm saying? I like it. It looks good on you, player.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Let's get into this basketball.
Basket.
Talking about a back calf. Yeah, I like that Maverick blue on you too.
Hey, I thought it was more of a warrior blue. But
We like that Maverick blue on y'all. First topic tonight, Mr. Zion, Mr. All-Star. Re-aggravated that hamstring.
Man, before we get off into this thing, I know y'all see this merch, boy. Quit playing with me, boy. Got the top of the key, little short sleeve on with the beanie. Stop playing. Hey, all you know is it could be coming your way. Participate in this upcoming giveaway. Stop playing with your boy. Let's get back to action. My bad, cuz. Get it.
What's up with Zion? He's gonna be out for a while past All-Star break. What does this mean for the Pelicans that are out here trying to survive with just BI and the team?
Trash. That's what it means.
I mean, didn't they win 4 out of the last 5?
I mean, but you got to understand they were like the top team in the West prior to them going down. So they slowly but surely fouling. And I think they're like number 4. I think they're number 4. I can go look at it right now. I think they're number 4. They got to be number 4. But I just heard them talking.
Back from 4.
No, they're not number 4. They're number 7.
Yeah, they're
number 7. All right, so they're number 7. Yep, they're number 7. So, I mean, they fell from 1 to 7, and he's going to be out another month at a minimum. I mean, we said what the Achilles heel was for the Pelicans. They're going to soar. Unless they get them injuries, then they soar. It's over. So, no Zion, no Pelly Pels. They're not going to be able to make a move. I mean, I can see them making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Because they did enough. They can still beat enough teams to make the playoffs. But, I mean, if that's what their achievement is for this year, then they succeeded. If their achievement is to make the playoffs, then they'll succeed. But I don't see them going deep into the playoffs.
How you feel, Quill?
Yeah, Zion not being healthy gonna be in the West, in the NBA. You don't need a team to beat these playoff teams. It's always been that way. You need healthy players. You need your best players to be playing their best at the best times. Just because a player comes back in a month don't mean that he's gonna be playing good basketball in a month. So you need, when it comes playoff time, you need your best players to be playing the best basketball. You need your team to be playing the best team basketball, and your system to be clicking at its best when it comes playoff time. So when you're talking getting to the playoffs, yeah, you can go beat the Magic. You can go beat a couple bad teams here and there, win a good game against a good team, and you can stay relevant into the playoffs and get into the playoffs. But when you're talking about getting into the second round of conference finals, making it to the finals, no Zion, no way.
Big facts.
What does this mean for Zion's future? Does it lower his stock?
It's so weird because every time he comes back and he's Zion again. So it's like the Anthony Davis effect. It's like he come back and he play great basketball. So you're willing to risk certain things, but at least AD was giving you at least most of the season in the beginning of his years. So
let me butt in. Let me key in on what you said. You said when he comes back, he is Zion again. And that's the unfortunate thing because Zion is a walking injury. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if it affects his marketability because you see he secured a bag before this season. And if anything should have sent the clear message, it was his first 3 damn seasons. You know what I'm saying? Like he shouldn't have been able to do anything. However, they understand the potential he has because when he was on the court, they understand his efficiency and his level of effectiveness. But they also understand how them people gonna pay to come see him. So I think right now, while he's still young, I think he maintains his market, but he's not gonna get like super max or anything like that, but he's still gonna get that bag. So
he created. Look, that man still was an NBA starter in the All-Star game. Injured. They love Zion. So.
yeah, I don't know if that's saying much because Wiggins got a starting spot last year, but
He was on at least Zion. At least he was on the number 1 team come midway.
yep, facts.
He loves Zion.
I mean, style of play. Who don't like that?
He loves Zion. Zion, and he in New Orleans. New Orleans fans show up.
They ready.
Cool. Get healthy, Zion. Get back in there.
Stay healthy.
Hey, shout out to them Kansas City Chiefs.
Injured on the way. He got injured, no. Getting healthy.
Shout out to my Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? I want to give y'all another shout out doing y'all thing. People been sleeping on. I mean, they slept on y'all. Travis Kelce, you said it when y'all speak on them Chiefs. Put some respect on that name. Let's get back to the show. My bad.
What's up with you and these Kansas City Chiefs?
But that's my team. What you mean?
Why?
Because you got to think about it, bro. You from the state. I feel like you got a moral obligation to support them.
Nah.
Yeah, it's the reason you made that face when you drank the water. You got that bitter taste in your mouth. You wish you would have supported them.
I ain't never rocked with KC.
I ain't rocked with them when we had the Rams, but Rams left St. Louis, so I had to look.
I was a Rams fan last year when they won, and I'm a Kansas City fan. I'm opportunist on football. Like Rams,
you have no loyalty to the
Rams, baby. We win Kansas City this year. Go Kansas City, baby.
The Patriots win next year. He say them the Pats, whatever the fuck they call it.
When I found out 2 days later the Blues won. Hey, go Blues, baby.
Yeah, knowing you ain't watch football when they like. I mean,
like no hockey. Yeah, it don't matter. St. Louis, we stand up for our.
Well, the Rams ain't St. Louis though.
For the city,
I know they used to be though. So
yeah, it was fucking
like.
All right, man. Let's talk about my Mavericks.
That boy said that. So sad.
2-0 with Kyrie, no Luka. 0-2 when we got both, and now we losing right now.
Are y'all losing?
Oh yeah,
y'all getting y'all ass dog walked right now.
Losing back right now.
I'm talking about.
Oh wait, y'all down 10.
Okay, they came back because last time I checked, they were down 20 ball.
Yeah, Luka got 34 and 8.
It's tough. We knew it was gonna be tough with the style of play that they is. You got 2 ISO scorers. You got 2 people that can be very ball dominant. You got 2 people that need the ball in their hand in order to have the best game that they play. So it's only 1 ball on the court. So we knew it's gonna be tough, but I'm hoping we're gonna figure it out. We're still gonna be in the playoffs. We need to figure it out, try to get something to miss. Them boys need to stay after practice, figure it out. They need to get each other phone number. They probably ain't even got each other's number. They need to figure something out and fast.
No, I think they've connected. You see Luka is infatuated with his new partner, trying to make him feel welcomed, and that's to be expected. But like I said, ultimately, when you have both of them on the court, your offense has to be firing on all its cylinders, P's and Q's, and it can't right now because they don't have the chemistry or anything like that. So, like, both of them could ball, but they they can't function knowing each other right now. They just gotta go straight off straight up balling, and that's where that misfire because their defense. This is why their offense is so important. Their defense is trash. You don't have the perimeter defender, and a Michael Finney-Smith who could also drop down and guard the 4, get a 5 a hard time if they're not too with it, get on them boards and deter shots. You don't have that anymore. So when you got Kyrie and Luka on the court, once again, you got Luka directing air traffic, you know what I'm saying? And now you don't have that backup defender because Kyrie not sending shit back at the rim. Like he may get you a block every now and then, but he's not a rim protector. You know what I'm saying? So Luka doesn't have the backup that he once had because you got to make space for Kyrie, but you got to make space for Luka. So with that being said, you don't really have a defense out there anymore, and your offense ain't even able to function like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, I think whenever their team is whole, they have a better product that they can put on the floor. Tim Hardaway, Cleaver, they just got Christian Woods back. They just really got Luka back 2 games ago. And then not only that, those players that were already there haven't played together a lot because they've been injured before Kyrie even fucking got there.
Well, some of them ain't even got shine, like Jeff Hardy. I know that ain't his name, but that's what I'm gonna call him, Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. So you got players that's playing that Luka probably been in practice playing with him, but because all of these things are moving in different places, now he passing to people who ain't passed to all year. So It's like he might be comfortable with Kyrie, but he might not be comfortable with Hardy, So it's like it's a lot of stuff that's moving around. Christian Wood coming back. You need your top players to be playing at a top level when it comes playoff time. We need 15 and 10 from Christian Wood, even off the bench. 15 and 6, 15 and 7, 20 and 7. Kyrie playing at a high level. You need Tim Hardaway playing at a high level. You need Cleaver back. You need a real product to put on the floor every night if you're going to talk about doing something in the playoffs. Because when you go up against these teams that got 3-4 players that's playing at high levels every night, it's going to be hard to win in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins starting to come alive. So
I mean, you gotta know it's tough. Like trying to win some of these games with a dude that was your towel boy last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can fold the hell out of a towel.
Like for real, like.
But now he not only is he getting minutes, he getting minutes. So
yeah, see, like teams that's been together for the longest are really the teams to look out for. So that's why I feel the Warriors are a threat. That's why the Nuggets are a threat. Even though they haven't been healthy altogether, they've been together. Jamal Murray and Jokic have been in the playoff run together already.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they know, Michael Porter, him and Jokic been in the playoff run together last year. Some of these players ain't even been on the court together, let alone been in the trenches together. So the Boston Celtics do look scary. They're a number 1 tier team. Boston, the Bucks, tier one tier team. Certain teams, y'all gotta have certain Warriors. Even though we haven't been winning, we get to them playoffs. We are a 1 tier team. We gon' do what we do. You better come do something with what you do. We gonna do what we do when it comes to them playoffs. Y'all better come beat us. So y'all better put it together. That's it. Steph comeback is scary. Look, it ain't nothing easy over here. You gotta have a squad and you gotta be ready to play.
See, we can go. Let me see what I can do. What can I do? Get this. Let me see. I'm gonna look at something real quick. So we got them in the 6th seed, half a game in front of the 7th seed, 8th seed, potentially 9th seeds. Who they got coming up? Let me look and see. So who do they have coming up? All right, so we got the Spurs. So y'all, that should be an easy win for y'all. You got the Lakers. I want to see this match. I want everybody healthy. Because this is a key game. It's a key game for the Mavs because it could potentially be their first win against a quality team. So it's a key game for them. But it's a key game for the Lakers because the Lakers need to start winning damn games. If we're going to talk about them even eyeing the play-in tournament, they got to start winning games. And the Lakers got to be able to beat teams like this in order to win these games. So then you got the Pacers. I can see y'all kind of scraping away with that one. And then you go against Philly. I don't know what to expect in that game. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your 10 games, I can see you beating the Spurs, and maybe Philly. I mean, the Pacers. But the rest of them, I blew it up for you. My bad. Bless you. There you go. Each bad season. Yeah. There you go. So they got the Spurs to the Spurs. But even after those 10, you're going to jump right back into the – this is why it's important for the Lakers because the Lakers going to see them again. And then you got the Lakers, Grizzlies, the Warriors.
Play Grizzlies a lot. 3 times in March.
Yeah. And you play them on a back-to-back right here. Well, not a back-to-back, but you play them back-to-back. So, but yeah. So y'all most likely going to lose the game tonight, but you got an opportunity to bounce back after the All-Star break. Kind of had like that homecoming game. You know, you had a homecoming game. You play that confidence-boosting team. That's what y'all get the opportunity to do that after All-Star break going against the Spurs, who got the longest losing streak right now. So, but don't get too frustrated. We know y'all gonna make the playoffs. We know that for certain.
It'll get back in order.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I ain't worried about that part.
I didn't know you better hope it get back in order by March 22nd.
Yeah, I better get back in order by March 22nd.
We fine. We in order.
We in order. You talking about we better get back in order. You know Luka and Kyrie been on the floor for y'all, right?
Right. Like, come on. You got your 2 best players out there.
Make sure y'all get
At least Luka and Kyrie been losing for y'all. We lose a game. Steph ain't out there. He's sitting on the sideline.
Wiggins went just out there.
Wiggins didn't just play the last game. Game before that, what Wiggins do?
What game was that? You talking about?
Wiggins didn't play last game against the Clippers. He played the game before that because it was the back-to-back. The first back-to-back Klay Thompson had played in like the last 3 years.
Was it the Lakers?
Nah, we lost to the Lakers. So what game did we just play? Who did we beat? We beat the Wizards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we beat the Wizards and then lost to the Clippers. We was actually doing our thing against the Clippers, but of course our defense fizzled out. Jay Poole started being careless with the ball. He get to the point to where he be trying to do too much. He be turning that thing over.
Hey, I was listening to them talk about Westbrook and his turnovers and how his production is. They just don't want to risk a turnover. I was like, it's funny how Jordan Poole don't put himself in that conversation because of his other production that he gives you. But he's a turnover machine.
Yeah, he is.
Turnover machine.
And what be killing me, he'll turn around and be looking like he lost. Like, he be looking at the ref like, I'm like, dude, you just turned the ball over. You did. Like, quit looking for an excuse.
Like, I can see some late game playoff things, like when the behind the back Steph pass early on. I could see some Jordan Poole late game turnover giving us a problem.
Damn. They just let
Let's get on.
Let me knock on wood.
Yo, boy, Ben Simmons. And the new role with the Brooklyn Nets. I know y'all seen memes of this dude. Hey, the one where they said Kyrie and Kevin Durant gone, so he shot that ball from half court. And it was an air ball. He been saying, say no more.
I seen the one where I seen the one that was supposed to be like him going up to KD, but it was other people, but it was like the name Ben Simmons over the dude, and he was like, "Yeah, Kyrie left. We ain't worried about him. We could do this." And KD walked away like, "Ha ha ha."
Man, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this, Quill. What's his new role?
It's all you.
What is his new role? How do the Nets stay relevant?
Well, they won tonight. The Nets are going to be relevant because the Nets technically have a really solid team.
But what
They
about
really
his
do
new
have.
role, though?
They have a about his new role though. He coming off the bench. He came off the bench early in the year when he came back from injury. I don't imagine him getting back in a starting guard position over Mikal Bridges and Spencer Dinwiddie because both of them can give you 4 or 5 assists.
But you know he was starting at the 4, right?
Yeah, but even at the 4, like their squad, I don't see him getting in their squad with the points that they need to produce because they aren't a great defense. They have great defenders,
Yeah.
individual defenders. So if you already got a great perimeter defender in Mikal Bridges that can and will go guard the best player on the other team, and was just the defensive. You was second in defender player of the year 2 years ago. Well, he was second in defensive player of the year last year. And he didn't come off an injury. He lost to Marcus Smart, and he can go do everything that you just was doing. I can see why they're starting the player that has been giving you 20 and will go be the best defender on the court too. And then you're like, okay, well, we need your length. Well, Nick Claxton leads the league in blocks. Defensively, they have a good team. And when you need scoring, well, my best defender also gives me 20 now, instead of my best defender giving me 0, 8, and 8 some nights. So I get it. And then my point guard thing, I got 2 players out there that can go give me 4 or 5 assists apiece. Well, if you're still going to give me 5 assists coming off the bench, then you can come off the bench and give me your 5, and they can go collectively give me the 10 that you was going to give me as a starter. But also him giving me 17 and him giving me 17. I take it.
So you saying you would start Finney Smith over Ben Simmons?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Because Ben Simmons only is really effective when he's running the point.
So Jay, what's your take? I know you don't fuck with Ben.
Because Finney Smith coming off the bench, you're going to need somebody who's going to run the
Finney
point.
ain't coming off no bench. You gotta put some
Yeah,
respect on
Finney
that
Smith
man
coming off the
name.
bench. You can't really you got to find somebody to run
Finney
the second off the
Smith
bench.
is going to produce for you.
Hold on. To answer
day
this
out.
question real quick, you don't have to take everybody off the court at the same time. So when you rotate Finney Smith in and take Ben Simmons out, you can always leave because you still got Cam Thomas on the bench. I mean, you still got Seth Curry whenever he comes back. You still got Patty Mills.
But neither one of them
you
are
can just
point
do it
guards.
easy.
Those are scoring guards.
But either way it go, you can always just put one of them in. I mean, leave one of the guards in. Spencer Dinwiddie. Just keep him in there, and then you just got to rotate them properly. You can do that. Because you got to think, Dory.
But if you got other players that want to play and are going to produce more than your player that seem to, at some point in time, he was benefiting from KD and Kyrie being there. He was benefiting from having 2 players
Now's
that
the
can sit
time
out
for him to
whenever
get
he
that
want to
10,
sit
10, and
out.
10.
Whenever he want to sit, they can sit. I can go take my injury, and I can now. Oh, you want to be injured? Cool. You will never get your minutes back again. It ain't they gone. It's a new regiment. We play here now. We play here. Mikal Bridges ain't missed a game this year. Spencer Dinwiddie that showed up. It ain't none of that. We sitting out and we injured no more. They got all of that energy out the way. You want to get on the court, you got to play now. So yeah, I'm putting the players on the floor that want to play. Dorian Finney-Smith want to play. Nick Claxton want to play. Mikal Bridges want to play. Cam Thomas want to put bucket. Okay, you want to sit? Sit. You want to be injured? Take your time.
So what's your take, Teddy?
Now's the time to get that 10-10-10 you talked about at the beginning of the year.
Hey,
You get you some more shots, you get you some more. Now's the time. If you wanted to be a leader, if you wanted someone to build something around you, now's the time to try
Or
to take
even
that leadership
support
role.
something. Shit, we ain't got to build around. Just support something.
He's not that guy. He was that guy at LSU. He's just not that guy in the professionals. So I say try to get something for him too, to be honest, because he ain't did nothing for you since he got there, truth be told. He not giving you nothing. He not that stellar defender
The
that y'all
only
got him for.
the only way you gonna get something
he's still
for
good.
him is if you sit his ass or if you trade him. You had to trade him before the trade deadline because the way he operate, once he realized you ain't got faith in him, he gonna shut down mentally. And that's gonna be what it is. So when I'm looking at his new role, him coming off the bench, like you said, Quell, he was coming off the bench earlier. But this ain't that, and that ain't this. Not only is he coming off the bench, let's look at his last few stats. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1. Like, that's him coming off the bench, getting 13 minutes, 16 minutes. He wasn't doing that at the beginning of the season. He was getting some clock. So, like you saying, at this point in time,
he mentally just shot. Because when you coming off the bench, it's like you coming behind Kyrie and KD. Now you're not coming behind no big names. He
so
mentally,
that's what Quill like. Now you on a
like,
team where they like, bro, we got bodies. We
Yeah,
got bills that are similar, not probably you, that are similar to you, who gonna actually get out there and do it. Because I know if I dump it off to Finney Smith around that rim, Finney Smith know to do something with it. If he get it out there on that 3, he know to do something with it. So not only you got players out there that can help us offensively, but they can also bring that defensive force that you used to or that you potentially could bring. So yeah, Quell, you right. At the beginning of the season, I knew he wouldn't be Ben 10. But that was your greatest opportunity for him to show you he could be Ben 10. He for damn sure ain't gonna be Ben 10 now, because in All-Star, we got what? Next week we supposed to be going in on Ben Simmons. We said we're gonna do our another reassessment of Ben Simmons All-Star week. That's next week. Look at where he is
right now. Well, he's 7-6-6 right now.
And he gonna only get worse at the rate he going.
He only been back 5 games though. And he had a good game in second game.
Even when he came back, well, it ain't nothing to talk about.
He been 5 games back coming off the bench.
It don't matter. We gonna always say he only been back 5 games because he gonna always find a reason to be gone.
Well, right now, right now he got to play basketball.
Right now he's not gonna play basketball.
Get back into the flow of the game is to play. You got new teammates.
We'll go in on him next week. Like I said, I knew he wasn't gonna give you 10, 10, and 10.
Listen,
but he ain't gonna be able to do nothing. Man, he ain't gonna be able. He coming off the bench.
He's not gonna give you 8 and 8.
He ain't gonna give you 7, 7, and 7.
He giving you 6, 6, and 6, and he been injured half the time he didn't play.
That doesn't negate anything. It doesn't adversely affect him being injured. He injured. You know you be getting into this, right? He was injured. Like, come on, bro. What is eyelash fell out?
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Like, stop the press, bro.
It's mentally.
Everybody always. I don't
even think he want to be
Listen,
there.
at the end of the day, even if you're not injured, not playing NBA basketball for 13 games,
I'm not gonna keep making excuses. Basketball. You not gonna play consistently. Klay Thompson did his first time. But look, Klay Thompson did for the first
for whatever reason.
Klay Thompson did for the first time play back-to-back games.
Look the same when you come back.
Klay Thompson played for the first time back-to-back games, bro. So you got people not bro. I'm not finna do that.
Hey,
we not finna make excuses for that, man.
But the only way to get on the floor now, like I said,
even when he on the floor, he not doing nothing. It's the reason he coming off the bench.
Because outside of those two, there were not 2 other people that can really go get you a real bucket.
Right. At the end of the day, he's coming off the bench and he got reduced minutes for a reason.
Playing a certain way, when Cam Thomas come alive a certain way, when Dorian Finney-Smith, a defender, comes over, when Mikal Bridges, second in Defensive Player of the Year,
He coming off the bench for a reason.
Now you're not the only person that's the only Defensive Player of the Year on the
and
team.
He gonna continue to come off the
so
bench
when
and have reduced role.
Where you used to rest your morals on, and you used to be like, well, I'm still this. It's like now, we got one of you.
You
now.
already said that. We got it. At the end of the day, he losing his spot. This is a perfect opportunity for him to be something. It's a perfect opportunity for him to be something. And so all I'm saying is he had the opportunity to give you 10, 10, and 10, because 10 points ain't a lot. 10 rebounds and 10 assists is what you know he gonna about get you. He ain't really looking to score, but he'll get you some boards, he'll get you some assists. He ain't looking to do you nothing, bro. When I'm watching the game and I'm seeing 2 points, 3 rebounds, 2, what the fuck? Hey, come on, bro. We can't
even fight for them rebounds.
We can't justify that.
Them things falling in his hands.
Ben Simmons is too good of a talent to just be coming off the bench to be getting 13 minutes.
Also, are watching the game and y'all seeing him play a 5-minute period, not play the whole second, play 6 minutes or 7 minutes.
You gonna think anything to help excuse his man?
It's his fault. It's his fault. He not playing.
Dwight Howard saying they were like, "Well, you played 12 minutes a game. You were playing 13."
Yeah,
minutes.
we heard that before. We heard that before.
I played.
He would get more minutes, just like I told you during the playoffs with DeAndre Drummond.
At the end of this
he would get more minutes if he was more productive.
At the end of this
hey,
so yeah,
we're gonna evaluate. We're gonna evaluate it. We're gonna evaluate it next week.
Yeah,
let's talk
more
about
minutes
the
if
Bucks.
he was more productive. We've had this conversation before.
Let's get to the Bucks. They on an 11-game win streak now, right?
Yeah, 11 game now.
What's going on with the Bucks?
I'm gonna highlight the 10. The 11 game, I'm gonna give it to you because you went out and you won that game. However, y'all went against the beyond depleted Celtics and went to overtime and had to beat them. No JT, no JB, no Marcus Smart, and I can't even remember who else was out. But those right there, them the 3 major hitters right there, and you ain't had them. And y'all struggled that way, and let Hauser send y'all to overtime. Look, all I say is, I don't know what it'll look like if them boys was there, but you got if you want to say top 1 and top 2 of the East, did you really look like the top 2 of the East in that game? No, because you struggled. So was it the Celtics was really like that game, or was it the Bucks were really off? But either way it goes, they are the hottest team in the league right now, ever since they came back with their core. Ask you a question: do you keep Middleton coming off the bench?
He got to get his minutes back. He got to get his win back up.
But he can always get his win back up starting. You can still regulate his minutes as a starter.
We trying to win the championship.
So my question is: do you keep him coming off the bench? That's my question.
Yeah.
Keep him coming off the bench. Okay.
Until we ready.
Okay, that's fair enough because I mean they winning, so I'm trying to see who's gonna stop these boys because you got the Celtics, but we know the Celtics good to lose to teams. They done lost to the Warriors, you know what I'm saying? They lost to the Magic 3 times, so this ain't a statement game. But in a 7-game series, I know I'm still taking the C's. You know what I'm saying? I'm still taking the C's. But
a healthy Celtics here. But shout out to the Bucks doing their thing. They winning.
Yeah, got to give them a big shout out.
They winning. So, I mean, they beating some depleted teams, but that's not to take away from them.
I mean, they beating anybody they come across right now.
Yeah, so.
But yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I think the Celtics are better the game plan for whenever. Like
I'm looking at their roster right now.
Brown and Jason Tatum are on the floor. They're easier to game plan for. Not easier to beat in any way. But it's easier to game plan for when you know Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown gonna play because you.
So this is who they got up next. They got Chicago, Miami, Phoenix, Brooklyn, Orlando, Philly, Washington, Orlando. Bro, that's probably one of the easiest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then they got Brooklyn and the Warriors. That's probably one of the easiest 10 games we done looked at. That's easy. I mean, any of them teams could beat them, sure enough, if they go into that and go into their taking them, you know, disrespecting that team, not thinking that they're a threat. But I'm looking at that, I'm like, shit, that's easy. That's easy. You know, so I'd have looked at the Lakers schedule. I'm like, oh, Jesus. Looked at the Mavs. I'm like, oh boy. Looked at the Warriors. Like, Steph, when you coming back, bro? I looked at this schedule. Giannis gonna sit that game because Chicago, Miami, KD ain't gonna be back in Phoenix. The Phoenix ain't got no damn answer. They already beat your ass in the finals. Brooklyn, I don't know. Because Brooklyn got bodies. Brooklyn got grit. Brooklyn got hearts. I don't know. Orlando may be the game that they lose. It might be the game that they lose. That'll make Papa Quill proud. He love him some Orlando. Philly, I think they're gonna win that game. Washington, I think they're gonna win that game. Orlando, you ain't lose the first time, you're gonna lose the second time.
Yeah, them boys, you can't play them twice. They gonna figure out a way.
Yeah, so
they gonna figure out a way. You ain't beating them twice.
Charles has not been playing good basketball. You done fell down to the lowest qualified 3-point shooter in the NBA.
Look, and then but Orlando has that length that they can use to their advantage to build their wall against Giannis, like they kind of do against JT. That's how they be slowing down JT. So
it'll be interesting to see when everyone's healthy and how these playoffs gonna look when they get there, man. It's gonna be interesting.
God, speaking of that, does the Lakers really, really, really have a chance at making the playoffs? That's what we talked about last episode, right? But the real question today is, are they aiming to make the playoffs? Because we can say we think they got time, but are they really looking to make the playoffs?
I think they're looking to make the play in and beat the team, because all they needed is one game to pull it together. Like, I think they hoping that they can make a play in, and they don't care who they play because they don't have any say over that. Just trying to make a play in, and then all their pieces come together for one game to try to put it together. That's how they limped in the one time they did their play in. They won the one game. So them making the playoffs, no. Being realistic, they're not going to be top 8. I think they hoping to get into the play in. Let AD, LeBron, God willing, be healthy. They can sneak a game in and sneak into the playoffs, because we all know AD and LeBron in the playoffs is a scary situation still.
No, it ain't.
I don't see them beating anybody of significance, but
AD and LeBron in the playoffs ain't scary. They were good one time in the playoffs. Other than that, they ain't shut that shit up.
It's a good thing they don't have just AD and LeBron now, because the Lakers as a team, a much better team than they were. They are healthier than a lot of teams right now. If they just go play basketball all together, it's nothing wrong with LeBron. There's nothing wrong with AD. There's no reason to sit out games. Like, they're not, you know what I'm saying? They're healthier than teams. They have a better team than a lot of teams that are even winning right now. Like, I put the team that they put on the floor is better than the team that they're playing against right now, the Pelicans.
Pelicans just came back on the boys though without a Zion. They just came back. Like, so the Lakers ain't got no gas. Like,
so real quick,
that's what I'm saying. Listen, that's fine.
Go ahead.
But you got to still win the game. And
so speaking of winning games, this is what they got coming up.
They should be having enough with Vanderbilt. They have enough to play basketball every
night.
Everybody.
You got the Warriors, you got Dallas, you got Memphis, OKC, Minnesota, Warriors, Memphis, Toronto. So they got a tough.
They not winning.
They got a tough schedule. But hey,
done. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at
we
Dallas.
Reached that point.
You know what I'm saying?
Top of the key. Get that merch. Get that merch. Right, Facts, opinions, and BS. Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuell. Gotta bring it to an end. But we're gonna continue next time. Next week, got the All-Star break. Catch us spinning.
Ready? Hope you pack shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it bad. These just my confession. They in traffic, can't get picked off like no sitting duck. Keep one in the tug. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon' fuck. Don't speak